This mech started out as nothing but a hollow shell, but with scrap parts one scavenged from everywhere. It slowly transformed into a complete and powerful machine. At its core runs an insanely advanced AI system. With that kind of intelligence backing you up, even the most ordinary person could become a mech pilot. I was just a regular college kid, desperate to build a mech for the campus tech competition. I spent every day digging through junkyards for parts. But that day, I suddenly heard a voice calling out to me. Compatible host soul detected. Match rate 92%. Binding complete. I dug it out and realized it was an AI core with a mind of its own. This core carries a Galactic Federation mech construction database. Full spectrum technical support available. How about building a mech of your very own? I figured I was losing my mind, but Zero flickered right into view. Right there on my phone screen. It projected a complete mech blueprint. 20 feet of raw steel frame. Every armor plate mapped out in detail. So I blew 6 months of savings on renting a rundown warehouse outside town. Every day after class I raced there to build. Host Jack. Left shoulder hydraulic line calibration complete. Tolerance held within 0.02 millimeters. Remaining energy reserves at 37%. Recommend prioritizing chest reactor core seal to prevent energy leakage at startup. I looked up at the blue orb hovering in midair, thinking about how my girlfriend dumped me days ago because I was too broke for a gift. Her words still ringing in my head. Jack, you can't even afford a cheap necklace. You are pathetic. What she didn't know was that every dollar went into the mech. The campus tech competition was only 3 days away. I had to pick up the pace. I looked up at the towering mech frame before me, 20 feet tall and nearly scraping the warehouse ceiling. A round cavity carved into the chest plate, waiting for the reactor core to be installed. Every time I fired it up for testing, a deep mechanical rumble shook the air. When its foot hit the ground, hairline cracks spread through the concrete floor. You could feel its terrifying weight. Zero circled the mech trailing blue light. Estimated remaining work time 48 hours. Critical tasks include reactor core seal, shoulder weapon module installation and leg thruster calibration. Host will need 30 high tensile bolts, 5 gallons of aerospace grade coolant. Also be advised I am detecting an unidentified electromagnetic scan within 1,000 feet. That is impossible. I had spent 2 years keeping this mech a secret, taking 3 different routes every time I came here. Nobody else knew about this hideout. Then it hit me, my ex Jenny. Last month she latched onto Kevin, the rich kid at school. Kevin, whose dad owned a big tech company, walked around campus like he owned the place, and me being top of the class made me his target. He swore he would humiliate me at the competition. Turns out Jenny had been planning to dump me all along, just to climb the ladder with Kevin and his money, which is how I got that little speech about being broke. Pushing the doubt aside, I grabbed my jacket and headed for the hardware store. But then a massive crash. Someone kicked the rusty metal door wide open. Kevin stood in the doorway, hands in his pockets, 2 big guys flanking him on either side. His eyes swept coldly over the mech in the warehouse. Hidden pretty well, huh? I always wondered what you were sneaking off to do. Turns out you were playing with this pile of scrap metal. What, you think this junk heap is your ticket out? One day you will find out exactly what it is. Jenny stepped out from behind Kevin. Jack, just stop wasting your time. Kevin says, if you drop out of the tech competition and stop embarrassing yourself, he can hook you up with a part-time gig, $15 an hour. Better than whatever this is, right? Her voice dripping with pity like she was doing me a favor. I was about to fire back when Zero's voice cut in urgent. Electromagnetic jammer signal detected, anomaly confirmed. Frequency matches this core exactly. They are trying to strip me from you. Kevin let out a smug laugh, raised his hand, and pulled a black rectangular device from his pocket. The second he pressed the button, every light in the warehouse started flickering like crazy. Zero's blue glow dimmed instantly. Heavy electromagnetic interference data transmission severely disrupted. Right then, I grabbed the alloy wrench beside me and charged. But Kevin's 2 goons pinned my arms down hard. Jack, if you know what's good for you, hand over that little toy core of yours. Kevin's greedy eyes locked onto the cavity in the mech's chest. He clearly had intel from somewhere about the advanced tech I was sitting on. This